We are Team NYRA, and for our team project, our topic was health and well-being. Our issue was lack of awareness about the harmful effects of sanitary pads and tampons on the female body and environment among young girls and women. We started by doing primary research using a survey where we asked teenagers what menstrual product did they commonly use and the reasons for the same. Through this survey, we found out that tampons and sanitary pads are the most commonly used menstrual products. We also did secondary research from which we found out about the harmful effects of pads and tampons on our health. We interviewed the principal of our school to understand the challenges faced for disposal of menstrual waste.
So, one of the big problems, of course, is disposing of menstrual waste, sanitary towels and so on. I think that most boarding schools across the city and across the country face this problem, primarily because it's not classified as any particular type of waste that is collected by the MCD. For instance, it's not wet waste. Wet waste comprises mainly of food articles, and it's not dry waste, which is basically plastic in the vocabulary of the NBDA. So, since it doesn't qualify as either, there is really no way in which you can have public conveniences pick up that waste and dispose of it freely. So, it is a problem.
For a solution, we decided to promote the use of menstrual cups as it is better for the environment and also safe for women's health.
Electric sanitizers available which are just plug in. The other alternative we are seeing across rural areas is people just use like a mug of hot water, and you can leave it for 8 to 10 minutes in boiling hot water and it's sterilized. You don't need to boil it per se, you can leave it in hot water for 8 to 10.
To get a perspective of adults on the issue, we decided to survey our teachers of the school. From the survey, we found out that adults also lack awareness about menstrual cups and the harm caused by pads and tampons, and therefore we decided to have a workshop with them. After the workshop with students and teachers, we understood that there was a parental barrier that prevented girls from using menstrual cups. And to remove this parental barrier or reduce it, we decided to have an online workshop with parents with NSI, Dr. Soumya Prasad and her team, where parents were open to ask questions.
Question any parents has, please feel free to ask, unmute and ask or type in the chat box.
Okay, can I ask a question, please?
Yeah, please go ahead, Mr. Shit.
Hi. Now.
before the session that we took with teachers?
So actually, majorly, menstrual cups are not that used, and they were not that famous. Back in our days, also, we were introduced with the concept of pads and how to use pads, right? So previously, I would often think that menstrual cup is difficult to use, or it is for that you need some practice, or it's not that common, or it can cause some kind of problems for my for my reproductive organs, right? But after that session, it was a little different. My viewpoint had changed. My viewpoint towards cups had changed. How the cups are really, positively impacting the environment, and how pads really are, destroying our planet Earth as well. With that, how pads are really very, costly.
That girls only above the age of 18 can use it, and that it causes rashes, and that it's very painful to use it. But then after the workshop, I came to know that girls as young as the age of 13 can use it safely, and that it does not cause any rashes.
I think menstrual cups were quite hectic to use on a daily basis, especially because pads are easy to carry, and like you can change them anywhere, restrooms or whatever. Because the thoughts are I've had people coming to me and saying that they're quite difficult to insert, or they overflow and everything. But after using menstrual cup, I feel like it's totally not different from people say. And we have quite attended a few workshops, and I think with the right cup and with the right insertion methods, it's very eco-friendly first of all, and very convenient to use.
The thing about menstrual cups, and for the longest time that I did, is that they're really painful, especially the insertion, and that it takes a lot of time to insert it in the beginning. And then I had a lot of confusions about when do we take it out, or maybe if we take it out, will the blood spill out. So there were a lot of myths. It just sounded very chaotic to use menstrual cups. But after regular workshops and follow-up sessions, I came to a conclusion that it is not as bad as I had thought it would be. And in fact, it's just the first time is always the difficult time, right, where you figure out things about your body. So that was one of the reasons why I think menstrual cups is maybe a better solution, not as bad.
Before the workshops, I only use menstrual cups at home because I used to sterilize it using an electronic sterilizer every time after I took it out, and I used to reinsert it only after sterilizing it again. So it was very difficult for me to get it at school and use it. So I did not use it at school. Workshops I had in school, I got to know that only putting it in a cup of hot water can also sterilize it, and we only have to do it before the use and after our period cycle is over. And also the workshop that we had with the doctor, it taught me a lot of other ways to insert it, which was much more easier than the ways I used. So I have been using it in school as well.